Good afternoon. Today is Friday, January 27, 2023, here in Davao City, Philippines. I am Ace Perez, and you are watching The Talking Heads, where relevant and pressing issues, events, and personalities discussed become the front page.
Multi-talented actress Bela Padilla is back on the big screen as she stars in a Korean remake Spellbound with Marco Gumabao.
And to tell us more about the upcoming Viva Films Feb Ibig offering, we have this afternoon actress director Bella Padilla. Maayong hapon, Bella, and welcome to the Talking Heads.
Hi everyone! Kamusta Ace?
Kamusta, Bella? I'm good, I'm great, and thank you so much for granting this interview. And mayong hapon, as we say
Naka-
here in Davao City.
Yes, maayong hapon. Nakakamiss ang Davao.
Yeah, have you been to Davao na?
Yes, my gosh, many times, many times. Lagi pag mall show lang. I wish magkaroon ako ng time to go to Davao na talagang pure holiday lang and pwede lang akong mamasyal at mag-ikot-ikot. I heard marami magandang beach sa Davao.
Yes, maraming magagandang destinations dito. And I hope you can do that, no? Some other time.
Yeah,
But now,
definitely.
I know you're very busy with your schedule, with your upcoming film, no? That it's what we call Spellbound by the Viva Films.
Spellbound.
Yeah, but
Yes.
before we talk about Spellbound, Bella, would like to ask, how's your 23 going so far? I know what keeps you busy this
Um,
time.
hmm. 2023 so far has been really good. I actually went to the World Systemic Forum in Davos in Switzerland. I gave a little speech there about the power of communication. So that was very interesting and obviously very uplifting for me kasi dami ko na meet na like-minded people who share the same values, I guess. So 2023 started off really interestingly for me. And then I flew back to Manila. As you may or may not know, I'm based in London at the moment. So I flew back to Manila. Kakadating ko lang kagabi ng 11 p.m. So yung body clock ko
Welcome
nalilito.
back. May jet lag pa konti, no?
Hindi konti. Todong-todo yung jet lag ko right
Todong
now.
todo.
So, energy na to. Ito na yung last hirit ko for the day.
Yes. Thank you so much for squeezing in us in as a
No,
schedule mo.
thank
And
you.
welcome back to the Philippines. And we're really
Salamat.
excited to have you back here in the Philippines, of course, with your projects. But before, no, you mentioned that in late 2021, I guess it's in July 2021, you really made a
Yeah.
very big decision in your life that is moving from the Philippines, your comfort zone, and then now
Mhm.
you're based in London, United Kingdom. So what made you decide to do that? And do you really think that you made the right decision as of now?
Yeah, definitely. Kasi I think if anything, if the pandemic taught me anything, it's that you can do anything from anywhere. Lalo na nowadays, like technology has really like helped us all, bridge the gap so the world feels so much
Mhm.
smaller. So I am based in London. I live there as a person, I guess, but every time naman they tell me I have to come home to shoot a movie, I fly home. So in the last I don't know how many months it has been. I guess like year and a half. I've actually shot a film. I just finished a movie under Viva Films again in co-production with my production house, Whiskey Marmalade. So one thing that kept me busy when I first moved to the UK was I put up my own production company called Whiskey Marmalade. So we're releasing a film together with Viva Films, and it's a story that's very close to my heart. We shot partially in South Korea, so iba na naman yung look and iba yung feel and ewan ko bakit parang nalalapit yung puso ko sa South Korea kasi eto meron tayong Spellbound na
Oh.
na adaptation of a Korean film again. But yeah.
And are you
So
also like a
I, sorry, go
Korean
ahead.
film Korean film fan?
Enthusiast, definitely. Especially I think more than Korean. Although I do love there are a few Korean films that I really will watch over and over again. Pero mas fan ako ng K-drama kasi mahilig ako mag-binge watch. Like, mahilig ako sa series na mahaba. So, I think more than anything, I'm more into K dramas right now. Like the last I watched was The Glory, starring Song Hye Kyo.
I also
Um,
watched that.
it's so good,
Ako
diba?
din
Kasi
ako, just
I
one night na ubos ko lahat ng episodes.
same, hinihintay ko nga yung part 2. Fun fact, one of the characters there is a good friend of mine. He's the second guy, yung guy na nakalimutan ko yung name niya sa show, but siya yung parang driver nila na lagi nilang inuutusan. I worked with him in a movie um, pre-pandemic, and it just came out on Amazon Prime. It's also under View Films. It's called Ultimate Opa. So he was my leading man there. So nagkita kami sa Korea recently when I shot my film. So noong nagkita kami, hindi pa nagpo-promote yung The Glory. Like, hindi pa sinasabi anywhere that there's a new show. Like, meron lang picture ni Song Hye Kyo, but walang cast, walang anything.
Ah,
And then he posted it on Instagram. So I was like, oh, you're in Song Hye Kyo's show. I love Song Hye Kyo since Full House. Love na love ko na si Song Hye Kyo. Wow, fan na fan. So yun.
I'm sorry.
Nung
Yeah.
nalaman ko na nandun siya sa show na yun, sabi ko, oh my gosh, I'm gonna watch. Tas sobra na akong nahook. Ang ganda ng storyline. It's not your typical, like K-drama. It's so intense. It's so full of, I don't know. I just really love it. I hope we'll start doing that genre as well here, hopefully.
Philippines, yeah.
But
And I'm also, yeah, and I think you also represent a lot of Filipinos who really love K-drama right now, no? Yung grabe talaga
yeah,
yung level of
it's
um pagiging
true.
into ng Filipinos to the K-drama
I know.
series nowadays.
To be fair
And
naman, kasi the quality really is super good. So
yes,
I guess we appreciate well-produced shows and movies. So yeah.
but going back to move more from Philippines to UK, I think it's really like more on going out from your comfort zone and discovering
Yeah,
more of yourself. Did you discover more of yourself when you're in London than here in the Philippines?
definitely. And I would say because yun nga, it's not my comfort zone. I live completely alone. Kasi in the Philippines din naman, when I was living here, I was very independent. I lived alone, but not technically alone because my PA, my assistant, used to live in my house. So, even if I felt responsible for her, parang ako yung ate niya, iba pa rin yung parang kahit pa paano may kasama ka sa bahay. So now, I've been living completely alone in London, and syempre iba yung, hindi ako nakakapag-drive sa London. Marunong na ako, kakatuto ko lang mag-drive sa kabilang side ng road. Etong last holiday, kasi I visited my sister, tapos may train strike sa London, walang trains anywhere. I have to rent a car and drive to her house. So,
Mm-mm.
finigure out ko paano mag-drive sa kabilang side ng road. So, very unusual. But see, little things like this, I feel like these are accomplishments na I don't feel anymore here in the Philippines. Kasi parang alam na alam ko na yung ginagawa ko dito sa Philippines. Samantalang, doon parang I'm learning new things about myself. Like yun, kunwari, yung pagdadrive sa kabilang side ng road. I've been driving for 15 years here in the Philippines. Hindi na siya big deal sa akin. Pero yung makapag-drive ako for the first time sa kabilang side ng daan,
Kabilang
it's very
side.
refreshing for me to learn a new skill. So, things like this, I appreciate so much. I guess also because nga nag-pandemic, parang the pandemic took so much away from all of us. It took our time away. For some, unfortunately, it took our loved ones away. It took our jobs away. Like the world really stopped. So I had to figure out what I valued most, and what I wanted to do with my time properly. And I felt like, yun nga, I've been working so hard the last 15 years. I wanted myself to kind of breathe a little bit, and that's why I went to London. But yeah, like I said, every time naman they ask me to come home to shoot, or like
Yeah,
now
for
I'm back in
sure.
Manila for the premiere, I'm here. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so that's basically the setup. Like you're based in London, but if your work calls you to be here, then you go here
yes,
now for
def-
for the engagements and your
definitely,
commitments. So and also
exactly. Keep missing
since
out.
you yeah, so it's still you're still you're not giving up with the show business, right? You're still continuing your
No,
career here in the
yeah, not at
Philippines.
I was actually surprised because when I left, parang I didn't it's not like I made an announcement that hey guys, I'm leaving and I'm leaving you all behind. I never said anything like that. I think people just assumed I quit showbiz because I left
Mm.
for Europe, and then parang hindi na ako bumalik. But I can't quit something I love so much, and there's nothing I love more than acting and, being on set and my job. Like, for the longest time, lagi nga ang biro ko, parang, pag tinatanong ako dati nung single ako, ba't ako single pa rin, lagi ang sagot ko, I'm married to my job. And that's still true up to today. I love my job so much. So, um, I can't think of doing anything else. Like, this is really, I feel like, what I was born to do. Parang I was born to be a storyteller. So, yeah, I enjoy it immensely. And sorry, may tumawag sa akin. Until I feel that I still enjoy it immensely, then I will definitely keep on working and, doing this. Yeah.
And also, since you moved to London, you actually did a lot, you're actually more productive when it comes to like having projects and also having your directional debut in I think
Yeah.
that's last year, right? So
Yeah.
it's called like 366, your directional debut. You acted here and you wrote and even directed that film.
Yes, so I wrote the film, directed it, and acted in it. That's also the same setup in the film I did in Korea recently. So I also
Mm-mm.
wrote the script, directed, and acted in it. I wouldn't
How's
say
that
like,
experience?
sorry.
How's that experience, like doing that all at
My
once?
gosh, it's so hard. It's crazy. It's so hard, but it's so fulfilling. Kasi parang, sorry, may tumatawag sa akin from Grab Express. Nag-message siya, nandito na po ako.
It's
Ah, tawag dito. No, I was saying, it's definitely very fulfilling kasi,
okay. So
sorry,
Bella,
give me one sec.
yes, okay. So actually, Bella really actually have in 366. It's like a directional debut for Bela Padilla. She acted and wrote and directed for that film, and it has been an experience. She said that it's a hard experience, but it's also fulfilling. And right now, she's also doing a movie where she will be acting and writing and directing for that film, shoot in South Korea. And also right now, what she's promoting the film Spellbound. It's a Feb Epic offering of Viva Films. She will be acting here, or she will be co-starring with Marco Gumabao, and it's the Philippine adaptation of the hit Korean movie of the same name. And she is playing the role of Yuri here, a beautiful woman who has become a ghost magnet since she survived a vehicular accident. And yes, meron tayong question dito from our followers. Sabi niya, Sebi, Spellbound ba is an adaptation of the Korean movie? And we will be answering that later on. And we have now back
Yes.
Bela Padilla on the show.
Nag-text na ako kay Kuya. Sabi ko, Kuya, live kami right now. Balikan kita later.
Ayun. So we were saying about like your experience in 366. So you were sharing about it's hard and also fulfilling. So can you tell us more about that? And are you also willing to do that all over again, that
Oh,
experience?
definitely. I feel like that's really the direction I'm going now. Kaya inulit ko siya dun sa Korean film kasi the first time I did it was so rewarding. And I'm thankful, like, to anyone out there who's listening sa mga nanood ng 366. Thank you so much for making us number one on Netflix Philippines when it came out. Um, I think I've never felt that um, grateful kasi syempre iba yung may linabas ka na movie kunwari sa sinehan or yun nga Netflix or Viva Max or I don't know Amazon Prime, but you're just an actress in it, and in a way you feel responsible for the film but not completely responsible because there are other people involved, like may director ka na
Mm-mm.
who also created the film with you. But for 366, I felt like I was carrying the whole film kasi I put my name on so many designations. So
Mm-mm.
when I didn't see it right away because I was in London. So yung Netflix account ko, Netflix UK, na hindi lumalabas yung 366 doon. But when I saw someone post the screenshot na it was number one in Netflix Philippines, as in, natitiri-eyed talaga ako sa London kasi parang all the hard work really paid off. I love the quality of 366. I worked on that with my friends. Grabe yung hirap na pinagdaanan ko doon. Kung alam nyo lang guys, like, I had to fly to Turkey last minute alone because nagkaroon ng mandate na 14 days yung quarantine back to Manila, and some of my staff said yes to other projects already. So I had to fly alone. I worked with a completely Turkish crew when I flew to Turkey, some of whom can't speak English at all, but they were so helpful, so kind, so talented. So parang I learned so much about being a filmmaker through 366. And if every movie I do is as difficult as how 366 was, I will keep on doing it over and over again, just because yung learning experience naman, grabe, bawing-bawi naman ako. Parang ang dami-dami mo talagang matututunan. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I guess you can bring all that experiences and lessons from in making 360s to your future films, that you'll be making, as an actress and as a director, producer, and writer. Now,
Yeah.
what kind of movies do you want to explore and pursue in the future, Bella? Like
You
mga
funny,
genre.
I literally just texted my boss, sorry, in Viva Film the other day, nung pauwi na ako. Kasi they were
Mm-mm.
asking if I wanted to shoot a movie while I'm here. And I literally said, pwedeng magpahinga muna ako sa love story. Like, I want to try something else. I think I got inspired by The Glory. I really want to try a different genre. Maybe because my last TV work also was Sinong May Sala on ABS-CBN. And
Mm-mm.
that show really, I feel, woke up a side of me that I didn't know existed, because the scenes were always so intense. I played the schizophrenic lawyer, so it challenged me so much emotionally and mentally. So I want to do something like that, like I guess a movie that people don't expect. Like sana hindi nga love story naman, kasi parang
Mm-mm.
all my films are love stories, and essentially everything boils down, and all movies do boil down still to a love story. It just always varies, like what kind of love. But I want to do like something darker, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, and that doesn't really focus more on the love story, but really the story itself. And we're excited to have that, to witness that project of yours,
Thanks.
Bella. Sana in the future, no. And since you're now based in London, are you exploring like to have a career international in the international scene?
I wouldn't say so yet. I haven't done anything actively to try and audition or do anything like that. Like, hindi ko pa siya hindi ko pa siya pinag-iisipan. Parang right now talaga hindi enjoy ko muna yung buhay ko doon. I travel a lot, I take the train a lot. I recently bought a bike, so nagbibisikleta ako right now. So, alam mo yun, parang life is just too good there at the moment. Not I'm not saying it's good like I'm earning more or anything like that, because technically I'm not even working when I'm in London. I'm really just enjoying my life. But when I say it's good, it's the quality of life for me is more relaxed when I'm there. So parang ayoko muna i-burst yung bubble na yun with thinking of working. So yeah,
So
we'll
kailangan
see.
gusto mo muna yung namnamin yung ganun na
Oh,
breather, and then just enjoy life
true that.
as a person, no, in London.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now let's talk about your upcoming film, Spellbound. Can you give us
Yes.
about what's the story is about and what can we expect from this movie?
Sure. I'm very excited about this movie. Nung napanood ko yung ibang parts nung version namin ng Spellbound, nagulat ako. This is, I could really proudly say, my most visually beautiful film, I believe. Our director also works in the advertising world here in the Philippines. So he's really
Mhm.
a perfectionist when it comes to visual. So tinan niyo naman yung lighting, ang ganda-ganda, and parang the composition of the shots is always well thought of. So I'm very, very proud of this film, especially in terms of how beautifully composed it is. It is an adaptation of a Korean film that starred Son Ye-jin, one of my K-drama idols for life. Na feeling ko idol na rin nating lahat dahil sa Crash Landing into You. But yeah, Son Ye-jin starred in this originally. It's a beautiful, crazy roller coaster of a film kasi ang dami niyang genre. Nung tinatanong kami sa press con, ano bang genre talaga nito? Parang iba-iba kami ng sagot. But our director said, it boils down to it's a love story, but it's also a horror film, it's also a dramatic film. Tapos because of certain situations, it's also very funny. So ang ganda niya, ang dami niyang yun nga, parang ang dami niyang mix of genre. So it caters to everybody. And it's for me it's very much a Korean film. Kung ano yung napapanood natin sa mga Korean movies na yun, kinikilig-kilig ka nang hindi mo namamalayan or natatawa ka na pala.
Mm-mm.
It's there. It's so subtle that for me makes it beautiful. Pero yung horror, hindi subtle. Nakakagulat talaga. Or hindi ko lang baka sobrang duwag ko lang talaga. But yeah, nakakatakot siya.
And how was it working with Marco this time as your co-actor? Because I also read that you worked with him as a writer, right?
Yes,
But now as a co-actor, kumusta naman si Marco?
really, really pleasant surprise for me. You're correct. I wrote a series a few years ago for Marco Gumabao, for Dreamscape and ABS-CBN. So I wasn't actually on set back then. Parang once naman na binigay mo yung script, okay na yun. So I didn't see his process of working beforehand. Dito ko talagang lang na panood sa Spellbound. I think the good thing about Marco is way before we started this project, matagal na kami magkaibigan. We have so many common friends. My best friend used to be very close also to Marco. So, pagdating namin sa set, wala na kaming ilangan. Like, wala kaming awkwardness. And that's perfect kasi that's exactly what the movie needs. His character needs to be super comfortable with my character, with Yuri. Kasi parang he likes protecting my character. So, it helped na magkaibigan kami in real life. Marco is, he's still, I guess in a way, in some ways, he's still kind of new in the business, in the industry, but he feels very mature because he listens really well, especially to our director. Nakita ko talaga na, alam mo yun, humihingi siya ng notes, humihingi siya ng feedback. So I really like that about him. He's so responsible, I guess, when it comes to work. So I'm very proud of him.
Ayan. And here in on Spellbound, you're playing the role of Yuri, where you magnet a lot of ghosts since your accident,
Yeah.
right, in high school. So,
Yeah.
so how was it? Like, are you really like natatakot ka ba talaga sa mga ghosts in real life or hindi naman ka na masyado?
Kasi siguro kasi in real life, lumaki kasi ako na bawal kami manood ng horror pag kami ng kuya ko. As in, wala kaming kahit anong CD or VHS na horror sa bahay. Ayaw ng mommy ko. Ayaw niya to bring it into the house. Tapos hindi kami naniniwala sa multo, pero naniniwala kami sa bad spirit. So parang for me, mas nakakatakot yun na yung nagpaparamdam sa'yo, alam mong masama yung intention sa'yo or masama yung purpose. So, laging, I guess, mas double yung fear than a normal person na nagtatakutan lang na duwag na, alam mo yun, baka makakita ng multo. Ako kasi iba yung interpretation ko sa kanya. So, parang extra scary. So, honestly, never ako gumawa ng horror movie in my life kasi sobra akong duwag. Tinanggap ko lang to kasi si Sonia Jen yung original cast nito. And,
It's more like an honor.
I know. For me, it was just like, I have to do it because Sonia Jen did it and she's so pretty and I love her. But I didn't want to pass on the opportunity. No, but to be serious kasi when I watched the Korean film, gandang-ganda talaga ako sa main kwento niya. Yung phone ko, pinapanood ko siya sa phone ko. Binabaliktad ko pag lumalabas na yung mga multo. Tapos pag nagkukwentuhan na ulit, paparorin ko na ulit. Kasi sobrang mundo. So, nung nag-shooting kami nito, syempre, di ba shooting, alam mo naman na yung multo tao like, sa set.
Oh.
Alam mo naman na hindi ako multo, pero hindi ko maintindihan. Hindi talaga ako makatingin sa kanila. Like, I get so scared. So, parang feeling ko joke na siya sa set nun. Para pinagtatawanan na nila ako na linuloko na nila talaga ako na tinatago nila yung bata para gulatin ako. So, alam na nila. I guess movie na to. Okay,
Now, speaking of ghosts, I also read that you experienced not the ghost that we're talking, but ghosting in your love life. Yeah.
The worst.
Of course, obviously, you already moved on from that experience. But if you are to give advice to young women or women in general or all people experience ghosting, paano pa makapag-move on from that experience?
Oh my God, napakahirap ng tanong. Parang pang Miss Universe ito. Ang hirap. Ang hirap kasi hindi ako makapagbigay ng advice kasi ang tagal ko nag-move on dun sa nang-ghost sa'kin. Parang taon yung inabot. Parang ako yung wrong person ng advice about this. I don't know. Ako personally, nag-umpisa na lang ako mag-move on nung parang hindi naman natapos. Nung parang sinabi ko na sa sarili ko na, "Hoy, tama na, mukha ka ng ewan." I think I had to call myself out. So I think dapat conscious effort siya. Like kailangan mo siyang gustuhin. Like gusto mong mag-move on. So kung hindi siya manggagaling sa'yo, kung parang puro kwento lang ng kaibigan or sinabi ng mommy mo na kailangan mo nag-move on, alam mo yun, or parang inaasar ka na ng barkada mo na ang tagal mo mag-move on, hindi siya nakakatulong. Or parang outside sources won't help. It has to come from you. It has to come from within. Kailangan mo sabihin sa sarili mo talaga na, tama na to, kailangan ko na mag-move on, hindi na worth it to. So, I think, ako personally, yun lang yung advice na mabibigay ko. You guys have to decide in anything, not just moving on, in anything in life, you have to decide what's next for you. So, yeah. And what's next for you guys is Spellbound on February 1.
Yes, and on that note, we'd like to invite everyone to watch Spellbound. That's screening on February 1, right?
Yes, unang-una sa lahat po, daghang salamat sa pagsama sa amin. Sobrang na-enjoy ko tong conversation na to. Feeling ko back to work na ako ulit. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us. I have a movie po that I'm sure you will all love, and alam kong tradition na natin to every February bago mag-pandemic, meron ako movie and lagi tayong sabay-sabay nanonood sa sinehan. So sana ibalik natin yung tradition na yun with Spellbound, showing na po sa February 1 in cinemas nationwide, starring Marco Gumabao and directed by Direk Jal Zarate. Sobrang ganda po ng movie na to. May kilig, may takot, may iyakan. Sorry, hindi na talaga matatanggal sa mga pelikula ko yon. May iyak po talaga kayo. Pero meron ding moments of lightness. So, I'm sure ma-enjoy niyo po siya. So, sana po sabay-sabay tayo manood sa February 1.
There you have it. Thank you so much, Bella, for sharing and for talking with us about your upcoming film Spellbound that's showing on February 1. And again, good luck to your future endeavors. Of course, so we're looking forward to your future projects as an actress, as a director and writer.
Salamat. Thank you, Ace.
There you have it. That's Bela Padilla, the leading actress of the upcoming film Spellbound by Viva Films. It's their Feb Ibig offering this year. And as what Bella mentioned, let's put back the tradition na every February meron siyang film, no, for us to enjoy and watch and cry on. So that's for this year, it's Spellbound. She will be starring with Marco Gumabo, and also the other stars for this film are Cindy Miranda, Ronel Young, and of course, we also have here, Cindy Miranda and Ronil Young in the film. It's directed by Giles Zarate, and it's open on cinemas nationwide on February 1, 2023. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and that's all you need to know for this episode. Don't forget to follow and like all our social media accounts for more updates. Be sure in the know, I am Ace Perez, and this is The Talking Heads, where stories discussed become the front page. Mayang hapon, and have a great weekend.